It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Yes, I've said that over 100 times now. At least I got it right. Well, I'm going to be your host today as we go through a medley of the 100 episodes that we've recorded. Now, as the show starts, please don't adjust your computer. You're going to see that the audio isn't quite that good, as well as the content gets a little bit boring. And I purposely left it that way just so you could see the change. So sit back, relax. You don't have to take notes. You don't have to learn anything today. This is just a fun time when we get to look back at all the things that we've done over the past 100 episodes. Let's have a look, and I'll see you at the end.
Okay, this is Bob Gustisha.
And this is Huey Poplock.
And this is
all
right, let's try it again.
This is Huey Poplock.
And this is Bob Gustisha.
And this is Ron Brown, and this is Tech for Senior.
Now up to 81.
Very good. All right, let's start the meeting. I'm Ron Brown, as you all know, and good morning and welcome to the Tech for Seniors. This is going to be a 1-hour weekly show sponsored by 𝐓𝐼𝐼𝐼 Computer and Technology Club. It's going to be co-hosted by Ron Brown and my good friend Huey Poplock, who you've already talked to today. It's broadcasted live using Zoom software.
Ron, we're getting an echo, and it may be. Let me try to mute this one and see what happens. All right, now go ahead and continue.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
That's good.
That was it. Okay.
Okay. We might have to mute everybody. We could mute all, you know. All right. Well, it's broadcasted using Zoom technology and software. You should be able to see my screen now, and you should be able to hear my voice. If in the show your screen locks up, just wait. Wait, it will probably solve and correct itself. Closing and restarting your connection will probably just make it worse. Yeah, this is related to the internet congestion. Well, welcome everyone. 7 days ago, Gail and I returned from Mesa. And as we drove through the empty freeways in Seattle, we knew that life was changing. We were the only ones at the busy Peach Arch border crossing and have now completed our first week in self-isolation. I had talked about having some computer club meetings this summer, but realized that we could probably fill the void by having a weekly show. After numerous conference calls, the idea of Tech for Seniors was hatched, and a friend of mine in Florida, Huey Poplock, liked the idea so much he wanted to co-host it with me, and I thank him very much for that. We hope to have this as a weekly presentation for the next 5 or 6 months until this disaster goes over. I wanted to just let everybody know how this is going to work. The first...
All right. So, so that was our first episode. Now, I want to just go back and remember you guys is that, first of all, we had 100 people on the show. Remember that? We filled up like right away, right? And thank heavens Bob was there, because we had no idea what we were doing, and we had all sorts of that trouble with the audio to begin with, and then I'm rambling on there at the beginning, and there's no images or no pictures, and then but we had a full house the very first day we did this, right? What do you guys remember about that very first day? That was March 30th, 2020. March 31st, 2020. What do you guys think about that? What do you think?
We were kind of driving by the seat of our pants. We had done
we had a hole in our pants.
Yeah, we had done a lot of presentations, but nothing like this before. And that first one, you can really tell where we've come to because of just the quality of changing the microphones.
Right. But, I also think Zoom is better. I think our hardware is better. We've all got better cameras. We've got better lighting. I think Zoom actually as a software is better. Don't you think that just everything is better?
Absolutely.
I'm just surprised that we had 100 back the next week after the way we started week number 1. And of
Yeah,
course,
thanks
week
everybody
one-
for sticking with us.
Yeah, and week 1 really wasn't when the disaster happened, but
No.
I'm sure we'll get into that in a minute.
We'll wait and see. I really don't want to get into passwords, but as I said to everybody yesterday, if we have to put a password in, let everybody know that the password will be 85209, which is the area code for Mesa. Oh,
We got
Yeah,
some stuff
we got-
going on.
it's Bletchdale.
We got a Bradley, somebody that came up on, whoops, I hit the wrong button here.
He's gone.
You got him gone?
Yeah.
No, he's still trying.
So under who is sharing?
Who's sharing the screen?
Darby is sharing the screen.
And who is?
Who is Darby?
I don't know. How come they have the right to share a screen?
Good morning. Tech for Senior. Episode 99. It is February the 14th, Valentine's Day. All right. So the first thing that you notice, that's of course our last show that we did. And we have a jingle. We didn't have anything when we started, and Huey made up that the intro that we had. And then we started using that as an intro and learning about video editing, because you saw the entrance there. We had the intro and then the music, and boom, we're right into the show. Not like the first show. So we came a long way.
Absolutely. Much smoother, and it gives at least a hint of professionalism.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. Bob, any comments on that?
It's
A lot of
getting
difference
better.
at 99. 99, you
Yep.
got to get it right after 99 shows, right?
If you still look the same on episode 99 as you did in episode 1, it's time not to do number 100.
I think so. I think so. Yeah. The other thing, of course, is in the original concept of this was that we were never going to keep doing it, right? Huey and I were going to do it for the time COVID was going on, and then for another 15 or 20 shows, and that would be about it. We never envisioned that we would be coming into season 3 years in a row.
To the Wi-Fi, it changed, of course. So I have to change all of the devices.
You're going to be a busy guy.
Yeah, and some of them have worked and some haven't, and it's been a chore.
Bob, congratulations. Bob is the 16th or 17th most popular security update podcast in podcast world, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, congratulations. We are
Yes.
indeed honored to have you in our presence. Yes, indeed.
Listen,
And-
at that rate, I'll get to heaven faster than you. I expect to go.
And then, of course, speaking of honoring everyone, Dewey, of course, coming off his birthday win, his big birthday, and he's going to be giving us an update on his new barbecue and steak shortly, as soon as he gets his John Deere tractor fixed, right?
Right. I broke the main belt on the mower deck on Friday and immediately got a new one, but replacing it is something I'm simply
So lots of things
going to
happening.
help later today.
Yeah, and of course, Ray, how have you done this week?
I'm looking forward to this week more than ever because my video editing class that I'm taking at the local college, Ellen actually is in my class with me. It ends. We're going to graduate. And
So you're
I'm not sure what to, but we're going to graduate, and I'll be done with it.
Are we going to see great videos coming out? Not that we don't see great videos now, but are we going to see really crazy good stuff then? Are you going to apply your knowledge?
I might put something together. Well,
Sorry, I added that. I added that in. That was not in the original. I titled that "Having Fun," and what I wanted to show you guys is how much fun we have together. And part of the secret sauce of the show is making everyone laugh, right? And so Bob was having a good time there, and Dewey and everybody was having a good time with that. And
we're missing Ray on. No, we're missing Bill on that one.
Yeah, except Bill hadn't come in yet. That Bill wasn't.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, Bill hasn't joined. We'll get into that in a minute. All right.
It worked. Meeting is now streamed live on YouTube.
Wow. Wow.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, because I had a problem trying to set something up to stream. It came back with an error of some kind, and I was never able to figure out what it was doing.
Yeah. Now I think we can find this. It worked. Yes. There it is. It's right on the screen. Cool, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Well, that's good. So it's recording. So I'm recording it on 2 places now. And I think you're going to record it locally.
Okay. And I'll be keeping an eye on it to make sure that recording up there doesn't disappear.
Oh, yeah, make sure it doesn't. I have no idea. And the funny part about it was last week, I didn't touch the computer. Like I don't even think in the meeting, I did very much at all. To share our screen here. I'm just going to share my screen. And you should be able to see, this is our website, Tech for Senior, and you will see, if you click on the top part here, you'll see Learning Chromebooks. This is our big announcement. Huey and I told you last week that we are going to be teaching Chromebooks. Now, Chromebooks don't need a lot of teaching because they're really quite simple to use. One of the problems we have with Tech for Seniors is we don't know who you are. You come every week, but we really don't have any idea of how to communicate with you, and that's always a problem. Now, our club does put out a newsletter twice a week that I write and put it out, and some of you have asked to be recipients of that, so you do get our newsletter, but that really doesn't help with Tech for Seniors. So you will find on Facebook, if you look over here on the left side, you'll see Tech for Seniors does have a web page. Now the news part, well, we have lots of news to you today, but we now have, I want to introduce a new member of our Tech for Seniors team, and that's Ray Baxter. Ray Baxter has agreed to come on as our musical director. And we are going to have a little bit of song in our presentations. And we'll talk about a little bit about that later on. But Ray's joined our team, and welcome, Ray. Ray, are you around? Can you wave? Or Ray did the talk on having your on a music club.
We had no idea that Ray would be so successful. We thought about the whole concept of having somebody with music and playing music on this show was different. Like it was not a concept I envisioned. And then we added, sort of as it went along, we put it as the outro, and it became enormously popular. And it was like people came and they watched the show to listen to Ray's music, and it now is part of who we are. It's really quite it's changed, right? It was a really good fit.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Ray also happens to be a hell of a nice person.
He is.
That adds to.
He is.
Yep.
Yeah. and people come and watch the show for the music. We think they come to watch us, Huey, but they come to listen to the music, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, there's a good many of them that really enjoy, and you can see them. They're going like this,
Yeah.
and clapping their hands, and they really enjoy each, not only the music, but the intro that Ray gives and the background to the artists and to the music. It really it adds a lot to our show, and it fits into what our original concept was, to keep it happy, to keep
That's right.
and to keep from having to talk about what's going on in the rest of the world and with sickness and everything else. We want to keep everything away from that topic, and we want to make people happy and enjoy their time with Tech for Seniors. And I think the music makes a big part of that.
It does.
I always make sure before his episode starts that I turn off my sound, because I don't think you'd want to hear me tapping and singing, but it always happens because he that brings back the good old days.
Yeah.
Those were
Good morning, Tech for Senior. Listen, Ron has asked me to provide this video clip so I can share with you what my experiences over the last year plus with Tech for Senior has meant to me. First on the list would be the ability to see and interact with so many of the individual members of the clubs that belong to APCUG. In the past, the music-related presentations I've given as part of the Speakers Bureau have put me in touch with some of our members, but TFS has expanded that greatly. I've received several emails from attendees over the last 18 months asking music and video-related questions, and I'd like to think I've helped with my responses. Now, I'm sure, as everyone knows by now, I'm a music collector in general and somewhat of a historian on the early days of rock and roll. I feel privileged for the opportunity each week to share some of that knowledge and to play the music I enjoy for others to hear. In particular, I always appreciate the comments in the chat after the music outro as well. Last but not least has been the opportunity to work with the other TFS staff, be it Ron, Huey, Bob, Dewey, or Bill. I'm always learning something from each of them, and they are always willing to lend a helping hand when I need it. Thank you all, and I look forward to another year of TFS.
Seniors, episode 23, August 31st, not quite September yet, but August 31st today, and soon to be September tomorrow. I'd like to welcome everyone today. Huey, are you here?
I'm here.
Great. And Bob, are you here?
I'm here, and I've got my mask on. I don't want to infect anybody with the summer cold I caught.
Yeah, I had it too. It's called my grandson. Those little guys, they seem to be a reservoir of viruses. And our special guest today, which you will be talking to us soon, is Chris and Jim Gould from Geeks on Tour. They are going to be talking about their new book launch and have a special deal for everybody today. So get your pen out and keep track of this, because they're going to give you a special deal today. Ray Baxter, are you here?
I'm here. Ready, willing, and able.
Ready, willing, and able. Good. And Dewey, I see you're here.
Dewey, yes.
Or
Dewey's
Huey.
here too.
Yes,
Huey and Dewey are both here.
Yes, I am here, and there will be a first for me, which I will announce later today.
Oh, really? Oh, this is a big meeting. We're going to have lots of firsts. Well, the first thing that I wanted to talk about today is the newsletter. After a lot of work and a lot of thought, we finally have our newsletter up and running, and we had the first edition out.
We're sending it out twice a week, which is great with original articles, or with articles from each of us. Some on Tuesday and some on the Saturday version. But it's been a great communication tool that's not what we envisioned at the beginning, but it's turned out to be a really good convenience for our visitors and our followers to be able to keep up with what we're doing, but also to get some news from it to make it of value.
Episode 29.
Yay!
This is October 12th, 2020. 29, you guys. What do you think, Huey?
Who would have thunk it, huh?
That's
That's
7
amazing.
months ago. Wow. Bob, what do you think?
Just another wonderful meeting coming up.
Well, we
We're
didn't make it to 80.
having a lot of fun. Anyway, Ray, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Wasn't the pandemic supposed to be over by now?
Oh yeah, but I think but we're having so much fun. We're keeping going,
Okay.
right? So I want to welcome everyone here today. We have a huge show for you today. Lots of exciting stuff happening. Lots of news. The first thing, welcome to all the Canadians here because it is the Canadian Thanksgiving. Monday is today's a holiday, and for all those of you who are Canadians having some family times, please stay safe. And we will. The problem today though is it's my Costco afternoon, and Costco even closes on Thanksgiving here, so I can't go to Costco this afternoon. So that's a bit of a downer. However, the other thing I wanted to introduce everybody to a new member of our team, Dewey Close. And Dewey is a longtime friend of mine. I'm not going to spend my whole 7 minutes telling you all the great things he does, other than he's a great guy. I've known him for 10 years. And Dewey and I did a lot of work on cord cutting this last couple of years. We gave a lot of Roku boxes away and a lot of Fire Sticks. And I said, I want you to do a short segment on cord cutting and for our show. Now, he has a wonderful wife, Joanne, and I know Joanne is going to have her finger on his ear, and she's going to time him. And if he goes over the time, she's going to be tagging on his ear for sure. I know Joanne will do that for me.
Probably.
All right. Yes, exactly. I know she'll do that.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dewey, and I do technical information segments called Dewey's Tech Talk. I'm a retired teacher, and I enjoy teaching people about the latest happenings in technology. I cover a variety of subjects that include streaming live TV and cord cutting, smartphones, the new TV broadcast standard called ATSC 3.0, which is also known as Next Gen TV. I also talk about smartwatches that track your sleep, infrared grills that give you tasty, tender meat, 5G cellular and fixed wireless access, and electric vehicles, and especially the new electric pickup trucks we'd all like to possess. And I often do tech news updates and sometimes fun stuff like the cars that James Bond drove in the movie No Time to Die. Speaking of cars, did you know that Prince Charles has a 1960 Aston Martin Roadster that's been modified to run on the byproducts of wine and cheese? These are a few of the typical tech tidbits I love to tell people about.
And I'm going to play I actually have a couple more clips that I'm not going to play, but that Dewey had some trouble in the early stages of doing some presentations. And then he decided, he said he's going to learn PowerPoint. He's never done a PowerPoint presentation. And that's part of what his announcement was. He was going to announce that, in fact, he spent an afternoon learning how to use PowerPoint and then gave this wonderful talk. And I thought at 87 years old, we can only hope to be able to do that at 87. He should be.
I'll find out soon,
Yeah. I mean, he's such a remarkable person. It's just crazy. He's just really, really an amazing individual to be able to accomplish what he does at his age.
Oh, looks like we're live. I don't know. Can you see us over on YouTube?
Not yet.
It's probably a delay.
Well, I'm sure
We're
there is.
live.
I clicked it, and now now I see us.
Hello, everyone.
See how much
Well,
delay there is.
It's always nice to have a confirmation that you're alive.
Yeah. At least we've got some. Is anybody else? So anyway, listen.
Now, how do I get? I need to get my Facebook working.
Okay.
How do I do that?
We'll have a look. Just bring up your Facebook and it should be there. So we have some people waiting. There's Joel, there's Richard. Everybody will be starting. Tech for Senior Live, we're here. Whoopee! Is everyone awake?
I think so.
That was certainly rousing music. So welcome everybody. So listen, out in the audience, if you're listening, welcome and thank you for coming and thank you for listening. We certainly do appreciate it. If you can put your put your name, put your name and your where you're from and let us know what the weather is. If you have any questions, please put them in there. We will be happy to answer them. We have a great show for you today.
So what you saw there was the first show, right? Where we were, oh, look what happened. And we were pushing buttons and wondering what's happening. And that was the last show. So you saw and we had an intro because thanks again, Huey, for doing the intro. You did, I don't know where you find the music, but you sure got some great music. And so I played the intro there. And that was the last episode that we recorded for Tech for Senior live on our Thursday. Of course, it was our Thursday show. And we've been doing that now. Tech for Senior Live started in March 29 of last year. We've almost done it for a year now, right?
And it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
We like to compare notes and talk about tech anyway amongst ourselves.
Yep.
This way we're doing it and we're sharing it with a bunch of other people.
It is.
We're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh no, excuse me. We're spending more money because of it.
Yeah, that's more like it.
It's an easy show to do, and of course, and that sort of repurposed our Facebook page because, of course, we put all our news articles that we look at each week. We post them on our Facebook page, so if people want to watch it and find out where the latest tech is, then they can look at our Facebook page. So that worked out well.
Tech for Senior, episode 73, August the 16th, 2021. Welcome, everyone. We have about 81 people in our Zoom meeting with a bunch over on our live feed. So I hope everyone noticed the new intro that we had. Bill James, did you notice that you're now in the intro? Where is Bill? Or are you watching that carefully?
Yes, thank you.
That is version 8. So we've added you into the intro. We wanted to make you feel welcome. So welcome, Bill James, and welcome everybody.
Congratulations, Ron and Huey, on your 100th show, which started as a program for seniors who couldn't meet in person. Your vision met the needs of hundreds of senior citizens who watch and learn from your shows each week. The show's growth exemplifies Benjamin Franklin's words, "Out of adversity comes opportunity." The show has benefited me personally by allowing me to pursue my obsession with gadgets. I enjoy writing my weekly gadgets article for the TFS newsletter, and I look forward always to attending the TFS Live on the third Thursday of the month to discuss gadgets. Best wishes to you both on having another 100 episodes.
The bill came on August 17th, 2021, and that was on episode 73. And so Bill has been a great addition to the group. He's always fun. We've labeled him the gadget guy, whether he wanted to or not. But he got the gadget guy label. Although he's a very talented person and talks on Chromebooks and he talks on Windows, but we sort of stuck him with the gadget guy label, which I think he's having fun with. And of course, he does the article in the paper and does on Thursdays, the third Thursday, he is on our Tech for Senior Live. So that's
he just did a presentation this morning on IoT devices for Dearborn, Deerfield in Florida.
Yeah. So he's been a welcome addition to the show. So we have a great group. It really is the secret sauce of Tech for Senior is the great people that are, of course, are associated with the show, right?
Absolutely. And we all have differing interests, but we also have a lot of things in common. And I think that kind of
Makes for a good marriage.
it definitely does. Yeah. The adhesive is there.
Yeah, the secret sauce.
Tech for Senior Live. Welcome, everyone. It is January the 6th. And snowing in Comox. Oh my gosh, we got rid of all the snow and now it's back snowing and we got a big dump. Huh. Anyway, welcome everyone to our show today. This is episode 41 and is the day for our new podcast. So this will be podcast tomorrow and we'll be going out as a podcast, a new for Tech for Senior, a new product for us, and we're anxious to see how everybody likes it. So if you are here today and you're in the audience, we'd sure appreciate it if you'd put your name in and tell us where you're from. And if you do get a chance to listen to our podcast, we'd like some feedback. You know, this is a new project and we're wondering how it's going to work out. So we're all ears, as we say in the biz, right? We are all ears. So yes, welcome. And
Mine are covered.
Yeah, mine are too.
That's right. So so anyway, who are we? Well, of course, on Monday we have our Tech for Senior show, which is we've been doing. This will be coming up season 3. We'll be entering our 3rd year now, so that's sort of cool. And everybody here today is a regular on the show, and I'll introduce everybody in just a moment. We also this is being broadcast out through StreamYard to YouTube and Facebook. So if you are over trying to get into our Zoom meeting, because our Monday meeting is a Zoom meeting, and no one's there. You can stay there in the meeting all day, but no one's going to be there. You have to come out, and if you want to find the link to get here and listen, just go to our website.
So that was that was our last venture, and that was our podcast. So we take, of course, our Thursday show and put it as a podcast that comes out. Where we go with that, I don't know. I know, Huey, you were really quite interested in getting that going, and Bob, you're a seasoned podcaster. I guess we just wait and see where the cards fall.
I just got an email today from Anchor, and right now, as far as video goes, it has to go through the other service. But Anchor is now going to have also video. And that's what my email notification and my questionnaire was about. So they're going to explore actually adding that to Anchor Direct.
There are some podcasts that I listen to that are video as well.
Right.
And there are some times where I may turn on their channel and watch it on my TV.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not through YouTube, but it's through their video channel. And so I can see sometimes they're demonstrating or talking about some software. You can actually see it as opposed to them just describing it. So sometimes there's an advantage to watching a podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you give a big round of applause for the staff that helped produce the last 100 shows? Huey Poplar, Bob Gustisha, Dewey Cluse, Ray Baxter, and Bill James. And I'm Ron Brown, your host today. Thank you for coming and helping us celebrate the past 100 episodes. You know, I always say at the start of every show that we derive our energy and enthusiasm from you coming. So please We plan on being here for our 200th episode, but we rely on you coming to the show because it's you who create our enthusiasm and energy to produce more content for you. Have a great day until we see you next Monday. Ron Brown with Tech for Senior.